If you spent any time reading industry news lately, it might feel like every single headline is trying to pick a fight with your optimism, right? Insurance pressure and clawbacks, technician shortages, consolidation in all sectors of our business, OEM requirements getting tighter, and economic uncertainty. And if you're not careful, you can start living in reaction mode instead of intention mode. Today, I want to talk to you about a word that doesn't get enough airtime in our industry. That word is
Mind race whispers truth so clear. Tits that drive away the fear. Rib race voice cuts through the noise.
Welcome to the Mind Wrench Podcast with your host, Rick Sellover, where minor adjustments produce major improvements in mindset, personal growth, and success. This is the place to be every Monday, where we make small improvements and take positive actions in our business and personal lives that will make a major impact in our success, next level growth, and quality of life.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mind Wrench Podcast. I'm your host, Rick Sellover. Thanks so much for stopping in. If you're a returning listener and haven't done so already, please take a minute and click the follow or subscribe button and then rate and review the show. When you rate and review the show, the algorithms for Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and all the other platforms will see that it's valuable and show it to more people that have never seen it before. And hopefully it can help them too. I would really appreciate your help sharing this word with your friends and family as well. And if you're a brand new listener, welcome. I hope you find something of value here that helps you in your personal or professional life as well. Please make sure to click the subscribe or follow button so you never miss another episode. If you've been listening to the show for a while, or been on the receiving end of my daily quote of the day emails, or maybe just catch my posts on Facebook or LinkedIn, you know I'm all about the quotes, right? If you'd like to start receiving my quote of the day emails, there's a link in the show notes to sign up. It's free and you can unsubscribe at any time. Hey everybody, welcome to 2026 and a fresh new year of the Mind Wrench Podcast. My goal for 2026 is to continue bringing value to you, the listener, the seeker of knowledge in the collision industry, through my own mix of my personal self-development tips and mindset shifts, insightful interviews with industry experts and leaders, as well as clips from other speakers that I feel are valuable. If there's any particular topics you'd like me to discuss this year, please drop me a line and let me know. Okay, let's dive into our first subject of the year. If you spent any time reading industry news lately, it might feel like every single headline is trying to pick a fight with your optimism, right? Insurance pressure and clawbacks, technician shortages, consolidation in all sectors of our business, OEM requirements getting tighter, and economic uncertainty. And if you're not careful, you can start living in reaction mode instead of intention mode. Today, I want to talk to you about a word that doesn't get enough airtime in our industry. That word is anticipation. Anticipation. You know that feeling well, right? It's what we felt as kids those last couple of weeks before Christmas. It's what you felt as a teenager waiting for your permanent driver's license. Remember that? It's that excitement bubbling under the surface once you've locked in your next family getaway. Or it's that feeling you get waiting for that rock star A-Tech that you're finally able to snag to roll in his toolboxes. Not blind to optimism, not sticking your head in the sand, but intentional, disciplined anticipation of good things to come. Because what you anticipate shapes what you prepare for. And what you prepare for usually shows up. This episode is about choosing anticipation over anxiety as we head into 2026 in our businesses and in our own personal lives. Here's what I see happening with a lot of shop owners and leaders. They're smart, they're informed, they care about their business, but they're letting the headlines set their internal thermostat. Every article becomes proof that things are getting harder, more complex. Every rumor reinforces a scarcity mindset. Every challenge gets framed as a threat instead of an opportunity to learn. Insurance pressure isn't new. Technician shortages didn't start yesterday. OEM requirements didn't sneak up on us in the middle of the night. And consolidation has been marching forward for years. Yet here's the truth that doesn't make the headlines. Some shops are thriving right now. I know many of these. They're not surviving, not scraping by. They're thriving. Some are absolutely killing it. And the difference isn't luck. It's leadership mindset paired with preparation. And anticipation plays a bigger role than most people realize. What does anticipation really mean? Well, anticipation is not pretending challenges don't exist. Anticipation is saying, I see what's coming, and I'm choosing to prepare for opportunity instead of panicking over obstacles and worrisome headlines. When you anticipate negative outcomes, you shrink. You delay decisions. You avoid investment. You stop developing people. You just play small. When you anticipate positive outcomes, you expand. You build capacity. You improve systems. You invest in equipment, technology, and training. You attract better people. Anticipation becomes a better filter for your decisions. So what about anticipation in the collision industry? Well, let's talk specifically about our industry heading into 2026. Yes, insurance pressure is real, but I'm anticipating shops that finally get disciplined about process, documentation, and negotiation will separate themselves from the pack. I'm anticipating shop owners will stop trying to be easy to deal with and stop worrying about pissing off the carriers and start being clear and consistent, which will actually reduce friction long term. Yes, technician shortages are real, but I'm anticipating shops that invest in leadership, culture, training, and career paths will attract people that other shops can't keep. I'm anticipating a shift where technicians don't just chase pay, they chase environments that respect their craft. Yes, consolidation and MSOs are real, but I'm anticipating strong independent shops that know their numbers, know their niche, and know their people will remain valuable, incredibly valuable. Some will partner, some will grow, some will stay independent and profitable because they run a real business, not just a busy shop. OEM requirements? They're not going away. I'm anticipating owners will stop resisting and start strategically choosing which certifications align with their market and will win customer trust and insurance confidence. Economic uncertainty. That's the background noise of business. If you listen to the daily news, there has always been economic uncertainty and fear, because that's what sells. I'm anticipating leaders will keep investing during uncertainty and be the ones positioning best when confidence returns. If you're running a collision shop, whether second generation, third generation, or original owner, grinding every day, putting out fires, chasing KPIs, working in rather than on the business, and wondering why progress still feels slower than it should, let's take a little pause right here. As a longtime industry supplier, performance coach, and host of this podcast, I've worked inside this industry for over 4 decades, and I've learned a few things the hard way. Tools and tactics absolutely matter, but mindset drives everything. How you think shapes how you lead, how you hire, how you grow, and how you show up when things get messy. That's where one-on-one coaching makes the difference. You get focused conversations, real accountability, and guidance tailored to you and your shop, not generic cookie-cutter advice. The collision repair business has changed dramatically in the last few years. The technology, the tools, the equipment needed to repair today's new vehicles. Customer expectations have varied by generation. OEM certifications and repair procedures. ADAS calibrations, electric vehicles, and the ever-growing national technician shortage. It's a lot, isn't it? It can be absolutely overwhelming and very challenging on where to focus first, right? If only I had someone who could help me find clarity in all the chaos. If only there was someone that could help guide me through the changes I need to make so I could create a successful business and increase my net revenue. If only I had a coach that could help me without getting in my way or trying to run my business for me or costing me a fortune. This is where I can help. The goal is simple. Help you make consistent improvements, build sustainable culture, gain better profitability, and shave years off the learning curve. If you're open to adjusting how you think and how you lead, book a free 15-minute discovery call with me right now. No sales pitch, no blue sky promises, just an honest conversation to see if it's a fit. You have absolutely nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Secure a spot now. So what am I personally anticipating for 2026? All right, let's make this personal for a minute. I'm genuinely excited about what's ahead. I'm anticipating new speaking opportunities where I get to stand in front of rooms full of shop owners and leaders who want more than just survival and deliver some education and a positive message. I'm anticipating the upcoming conferences where the conversations in the hallway matter just as much as what's on stage. I'm anticipating upcoming podcast interviews with some key industry people People who are doing things differently, thinking outside the box, and changing the old assumptions. I'm anticipating meeting new people, forming new relationships, and watching those relationships turn into collaborations, friendships, and business opportunities that I can't fully predict yet. That anticipation changes how I show up today. It sharpens my preparation. It raises my standards. It keeps me excited and looking forward to the future. Now here's something subtle but very powerful. People can feel anticipation. Your team can feel it. Your customers can feel it. Your peers can feel it. When a leader is consistently bracing for impact, it shows up many ways. When a leader is preparing for progress, that shows too. Anticipation creates energy. Energy attracts people, and people create momentum. That is why mindset isn't fluffy, it's functional. Now let me ask you something. What are you anticipating for your shop for 2026? Not what you're afraid of, not what you're hoping doesn't happen. There's plenty of that out there, and we all know what it is. But what are you intentionally anticipating in a positive way? Better processes, growth and expansion, stronger leadership, higher quality repairs, more predictable profitability, a calmer, more professional culture? If you don't define it, your brain will default to worry and defense. Anticipation gives your mind something constructive to work towards. And personal anticipation matters too. This doesn't stop at your shop front door. I'm anticipating personal things too. Vacations that create real memories instead of just recovering from burnout. Home projects that finally get finished instead of staying on the someday list, right? Organizing parts of my home and my life that will reduce friction and mental clutter. I'm anticipating workouts that build strength and energy, not just checking a box. Dining experiences that slow me down and remind me to enjoy the moment, enjoy what life has to offer. New goals that stretch me without overwhelming me. So why does that matter to you as a shop owner? Because exhausted leaders don't lead well. Cluttered minds make poor decisions. Burned out owners create burned out teams. And personal anticipation fuels professional performance. So, what's the difference between anticipation and entitlement? Well, one quick distinction. Anticipation is not entitlement. Anticipation says, I'm excited about what's possible and I'm willing to do the work. Entitlement says, I deserve this without changing anything. Big difference, right? Anticipation pulls you into action. Entitlement keeps you stuck. You know what I mean? So here's how this becomes useful instead of just inspirational. When you anticipate growth, you invest in systems now. When you anticipate better people, you improve leadership styles now. When you anticipate opportunity, you clean up your operations now. Anticipation should shape hiring decisions, training budgets, process improvements, communication standards, personal habits. It becomes like a business compass. So, I want to leave you with something practical. I want to leave you with a little bit of a challenge, okay? So, write your 2026 anticipation list. This will be a good exercise for you. This is not your goals, not your resolutions, but your anticipations. So write down things like what you're anticipating for your shop for this year, what you're anticipating for your leadership, whether it's you or the ones that you work around, and what you're anticipating for your personal life. That's important too. So be specific, not generalize like things will get better, we'll make more money, but like I'm anticipating a calmer shop culture. I'm anticipating stronger financial clarity. I'm anticipating better health, better relationships, better energy. Do these three things. First, after you write all this down, share it. Share it with a partner. Share it with a coach. Share it with a trusted peer. Someone that will hold space for it and maybe hold you accountable for it. Now, second, act on one item right now. One small step that aligns with that anticipation. And then third, revisit it regularly. Anticipation fades if you don't feed it and don't monitor it. So, I want to wrap this thing up, and hopefully this information is valuable and it puts you in the right frame of mind to take another look at how you're looking forward for 2026. But The collision industry doesn't need more fear-based leadership. It needs steady, prepared, optimistic leaders who understand reality but refuse to be defined by it. You don't control the headlines, but you absolutely control what you anticipate. And what you anticipate will quietly shape the future you step into. As I look back on my life, I think anticipation is one of those tools I've always used and just didn't realize it. I'm always looking forward to the next thing I'm going to do. I always like to have something coming up, whether it's something simple as, going somewhere or getting something done or tackling a project or, just the smallest thing. I would have something that I'd look forward to. And having that something to look forward to, regardless of how small and insignificant it may be at the time, it's great for your mind and your attitude and to always have something to be excited about in the future. Choose anticipation. Prepare for it. Be encouraged for it. Get excited for it. And let's jump into 2026 ready for the good things that are coming your way. Well, that's all I had for you today. Thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you have a great week. I can always be reached at www.ricksillover.com, where you can find all my social media links, podcast episodes, blog posts, and much more.